Darren, 2 out of 2, 5-1 and a 12-1, but a couple of weeks coming up now that are going to be pretty tough. Peterborough first, how do you see that one going?
One of two ways. We can either win it or we can lose it. It's in our hands really, but you know, last year we had 2 good results against them. Even more really, because we played them in the cup as well, but you know, Peterborough are a good team, they always have been, with all 3 playing juniors. They've been a tough team. There's some good enemies between Oxford and Peterborough, individual as well, but this weekend will be tough. But I think off the back of the first 2 games we've had, the first one we had a comfortable win, but I think that was off the back of 2 real good warm-up games. The weekend just gone was a real tough test for us. A lot of young guys playing, coming at us with speed, but like I said in the last interview, we handled it, and that's, I think whatever we get thrown at us, we've got the personality and the manpower on our team to sort of deal with it. So into this weekend, I think it'll be another tough challenge, but everyone's up for it. Everyone wants to be there and win and put in a good performance, so it should be alright.
Listening to some of the players, Peterborough represent maybe a little bit of old school, a bit physical, maybe not so much stick work. You know, your young side that you're flooding, you're bringing in on the back of victories, bring them in. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more nous required against Peterborough.
Yeah, all round, even like the experienced players on our team, we've all going off the back of the weekend. They were a chippy team, really physical, like they're all wearing face cages, which always brings a little bit, tends to make people feel a little bit 10 foot tall and sort of willing to go in it with anyone. But I think we can all sort of just relax a little bit and play our game. I think that's what we've got to get down to. We've got the manpower and like the ability to take our game to anyone in this league, and I think if we start chasing the game and letting other teams dictate, then we'll be chasing for the rest of the season. But we just got to settle down, play our game, let teams come for us, take the bumps, take the bruises when they come along, and we'll be fine. I think, yeah, Peterborough are a very physical side, but it's nothing that we're not used to.
Against Chelmsford, you had a couple of men in the bin at the same time, so you were down to very short-handed on the ice. When we talk about that, we know that some players are dedicated to going out and taking out maybe the rougher, the better players to try and level things up. You know, it's a sort of tactic that people don't see as a purist, as we sort of see in hockey. Yeah. Something that you have to guard against when you're doing your training. Do you try different odds against different play? You know, 3 against 5 or whatever.
Yeah. We always train for every game situation. You know, like we practice power plays, we practice penalty kills. We tend to practice our power play more because, like I said, we're a team that want to play with the puck. So we hope not to take that many penalties. But you know, there's games that you get caught up in this sort of stuff, and like the weekend we were down a few guys quite often in the 3rd period. And we practice for certain things, 5-on-3s, 5-on-4s, and I dedicate certain players to do that. And we have set roles for people to play, and it's working for us. We keep the shift short and just keep going with good speed and just try and keep them in their end, try and keep them out of ours as much as possible. But yeah, I mean, there's set plays for everything. It's like most sports.
Okay, so when you're doing your set plays, you're working very hard. Injuries can be a crippling thing in any sport, and this is quite physical. How is the injuries looking at the moment?
At the moment, really good. We haven't. We had one of our development players. He suffered a bit of a sore back at the start, but he's been away on holiday, so he's missed the first 2 games. So hopefully he's rested up. He's back this weekend. We've also got the option I've said before about we're bringing in a lot of juniors up, like 2 or 3 juniors. We just got another lad who's 16 today, Will Harrison. He's been training up with us, doing really well. Getting a lot of help and a lot of respect off the boys, and hopefully he'll be stepping up for his first game soon. So we've always got that scope of where we can look to some of the junior players that we're having to train up with us to step in and do a job as well.
When you change personnel on the ice, they all know who they're going out and skating with, don't they? They all know the 4 come on, the 4 come off, they're all playing in pairs and in teams. How hard is it for a coach integrating the youth players at the moment to give them the right experienced personnel around them?
It is hard, and especially when you're playing as well, because like obviously you're trying to concentrate on, in this case, on my own game and what everyone's doing around you. And it is easy, like in between periods, like you tend to focus on what other people have done wrong rather than yourself, and everyone makes mistakes. But with all the players I've got around me, well, I've got myself, I've got Jeff, assistant coach, I've got Alan Green, assistant captain, Nick Oliver, captain. They're all experienced players, and like with my team, I don't see myself as the coach. I am the coach. I've been dedicated to that job. But I look at all these high personnel around me that we all chip in. We all come up with ideas. We all look to help each other. We help the young guys. And at the moment, the team chemistry that we've got with the young guys and the experience that they can be given by people around them is really, really good.
So Peterborough followed by Whiteley. 2 tough games, but we concentrate on one at a time. Prediction for this weekend, is it going to be a win? It'll be a win. And just to let you know, all the other players don't see you as a coach either.
Thank you.
Right, Jake Florey, defensive man. What are your duties apart from just guarding your goal? Come on, give it us.
Try and not let any goals in the whole game, I suppose.
We've had Rick Young, the boy behind you. Does he give you plenty in the old
Yeah, he gives us plenty of shout, lets us know.
So what sort of player do you not like playing against? One that's very nifty, skillful, or do you just give him a little bit of a boarding?
Anybody that's a bit quick is always a bit of a handful.
Yeah. How many years have you been playing? You haven't got much double going on there, so I'm wondering if you're like teenage years.
Yeah, I'm 18, so I've been playing 10 years.
10 years? And how did you get involved?
Just kids over the road played, so I just always used to play in the street with them and just went from there.
Really, because it's, let's be honest with it, ice hockey, we're trying to bring it to the fans of Oxford. You know, there's a lot of people out there that say, ice hockey, I'd love to go and see it, but they never get themselves down here on a Sunday night to see you. You've won the title last year, you're hoping to defend it this year. How it's that psyche for me. I'd go and play cricket or football in the park. It's strange for me to get somebody that goes, no, they've just played ice hockey, so I went and done it. Is it that easy to come down and do?
Well, it's obviously, a lot of people say, oh, they can skate, I can skate. But it's completely different trying to skate and then trying to think how to get the puck, stop the puck, do something with it.
Big level, isn't it? You know, we're in National League 2. We could have gone up to National League 1, which would have been the big money guys coming in. But at 18, you've got plenty of years now to grow with this bunch of lads, local lads. And, you know, let's put it, the football doesn't win many trophies. The minor counties cricket side doesn't win many trophies. We've got Henley that are 2 divisions off the top in rugby. You are sailing the flag for local sport.
It's nice to play in a hometown, I suppose, yeah.
It is indeed, but you've got a couple of tough games coming up. You've got Peterborough, followed by the Whitelink, I don't know what their second name is, I thought it would be something to do with W, but I can't think. We've got Peterborough Islanders. I've never been on an island called Peterborough, but I understand they're going to be quite tough this weekend.
I would imagine so.
You played them before?
I've played in Peterborough, but I haven't played against this team before.
Really? I understand they're a little bit physical. Do you like, personally, do you like a little bit of physicality?
Yeah, it always brings something to the game.
Yeah. You are
gives everybody something to look at as well.
Well, we did have Michael Dewberry down here a couple of weeks ago, and he did say I was a bit disappointed there wasn't a little bit of fisticuffs, and I said it doesn't always happen, but maybe this weekend there's a fair chance if you get a couple of goals ahead.
Maybe, yeah. You don't get fights like you used to anymore.
That's a bit of a disappointment in that face there, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but it's not quite what it's about anymore. There's a lot more players that can go and score goals than there is just go and fight.
Thanks a lot, Jake. James,
Yes.
James, I don't know your second name, that's why
Clarke.
I'm saying James. Clarke, James
With
Clarke.
an E.
Right. With an E, good. So, James Clarke. Right, big question. How many years have you been playing hockey?
How long's the rink been open?
A long time, a long time.
It's got to be mid-80s.
Mid-80s?
Yeah.
And you're still playing now?
I've been coming to the ice rink ever since.
So
skating.
mid-80s, mid-90s. That's a lot of years.
And
I'm trying to work it out. I haven't got enough fingers and thumbs here. But you're looking fine felt, not too many injuries. It hasn't taken its toll.
No, I'm not touching wood as we speak. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how did you get into ice hockey then? Was it just
Skating.
Just skating?
Yeah. Birthday party, coming down, having a little skate, getting involved, and just took to it. And then from there, had lessons.
Did you have your own skates in those days? Because when I first came down, they had those blue rubber things that broke your
I think
ankles.
they still have those today.
Oh right, they want to get rid of those because they're no good for footballers' ankles. So you came down, and then you took a few lessons.
Yeah, and of course, really enjoyed it. Had a few more lessons, and then of course, I think there was some
These
down.
aren't ice hockey lessons though, this is
No,
skating.
this was just pure skating. So obviously, yeah, got involved with the skating, and then I think someone came down from the hockey Wednesday, and they said, "Would you like to give this a try?" So the following week, I rolled up, borrowed a pair of shorts, the helmet, gloves. Obviously, I had a pair of skates at the time, and that was it. Got hooked.
This was mid-80s, so you're 30 then. No, sorry, so there we are. So you got involved that way. first competitive game, do you remember it?
Yeah, I think I can. I think I played in the Isle of Wight actually for the Stars.
And they actually come up in a couple of weeks' time, don't they?
This is indeed, yeah.
Quite
So
high.
it gives you an idea of how long they've been around. You know, you don't realise how long they've been.
Yeah, they've been going
hockey.
quite some time.
Yeah.
Now, your talent obviously blossomed. You played through here with a few people that will be unmentionable. I won't say his name. But you then moved on and you played Telford, I believe.
Played at Telford for several seasons. Got very well there. Enjoyed it. It was a good experience. We started mid-table with a team that a lower division, I would say.
Yeah.
With a good bunch of guys, all local talent, local guys. And again, we developed through the ranks. We all, each game, we took each game as it came, and then we eventually ended up playing EIHL, I believe. So it was quite a, it was a lot of travelling involved, but it was quite a commitment, every Saturday, Sunday.
Now, over the years, in most walks of life, if we go back to the glory days of the 80s with the football, you could build a side and it could go through the divisions.
Sure.
The problem with a lot of things is when you become successful, as the City Stars were last year, winning, then they're able to defend again, and you bring through good young talent, there's always a chance that the big boys swim around and say, we'd like to take you. But you've come back. Is this your second season back or first?
This will be the second season in the NHL too.
Yeah.
I'm a local guy. I don't live too far away from here. It's nice to have the opportunity just to roll up 15 minutes from your home, and it's nice that you're given that opportunity to play in your hometown.
Nice to play with the youngsters that are coming through, because there's a good crop of youngsters coming through, isn't there?
They're a lot younger. But yeah, no, they're very good talent. It's nice to work with them. It's nice for them to, I feel that some of them do actually look up to you as well. So from my point, my side, I do appreciate that.
Do you notice, and I've got to ask you this one, because there's always that phrase, his legs are gone, or whatever. It's a very unforgiving place out there, isn't it? Do you feel you're still performing at the top level? Do you still feel you're up there?
I feel I am.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying. I wonder in an ice hockey player's head if there's a point where
I'm sure there will come a time.
Yeah.
Injuries, perhaps niggling injuries. Again, I don't seem to have any of those, and I think that's what actually does end up playing on your mind, and I guess that ends up putting you off. But at the moment, I'm just ready to play just like the rest of the guys, and enjoy it as well.
Still get a bus training?
I still love it, yeah.
You still love it?
I look forward to each Wednesday that comes around, and obviously every weekend that we've got a game.
Some people don't know when to give up, and some people get injured all the time, pointing off screen to the camera.
True.
But generally, what we will just say is that you come back.
Yes.
You like the whole sort of core value of what Oxford City Stars are trying to do with the youngsters and bring them through. Did that attract you back?
I think so. Cut me through the middle, Oxford through the middle. It's when I moved, it was when I played in Telford, it was just an opportunity at the time that came along, and I thought, well, it's time to have a go, see what it's like, and I did that, as I say, for several seasons, and I knew pretty much where I wanted to be, and that was back here, and enjoying it.
And not only have you come back in physical form,
yes,
you're sticking your money in the club and advertising as well, aren't you?
Well, it's good exposure. We've got a good team, something that we can reflect on, and try and build a brand, and build the hockey as well around that. A lot of people that I know that haven't seen hockey, that I'm talking to, that I do business with, are really interested to see what goes on. So hopefully in turn that will help build my business, and obviously help build the success for the club.
Now, I wouldn't be a great chat room host or whatever, or chat show host, if I didn't allow you the gratuitous plug of your business. So away you go, in the camera. Who's your business and what do they do?
Well, it's the Red Corner Document Solutions. We're a Canon accredited business partner. We sell service Canon photocopy equipment, and I think you should give us a try.
700 quid on the way out. Catch you.
Very
Thank
good.
you very much. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.